Okay.
We're ready? Call this evening's meeting to order. It is Tuesday, December 15th, and it's a City Council meeting. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bembas?
Here.
Mr. Blair?
Here.
Mr. Gillis?
Here.
Miss Harris? Kathy Harris, you're blocked.
Kathy, can you turn on your microphone? It looks like it's off.
There we go. We can't
We
hear.
can't hear you.
There you go.
Okay, there.
Okay.
There we go.
Mr. Martin?
Here.
Mr. Scarback?
Here.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Here.
All present.
All right. And at this time, please take a moment of silent prayer. And will everyone please stand for the pledge? And I pledge allegiance
To the flag
to the flag
of the United States
of the United States of America
to the republic
and to the republic
for which it
for which it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all.
I cannot wait till we're all together and can say that in unison, or at least make it sound like it is. At this time, I need a motion to approve the agenda with an addition of an agenda item.
I make a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of item 11E as presented.
Second. Support.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have no presentations this evening, so we'll get right into our public comment. Remember, if you have something to say, state your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes to speak, and council will not comment. Anybody want to speak? It looked like Thomas had his hand up. Anybody want to speak this evening? Go ahead, Thomas, turn your microphone on.
Yes, in late September, I had a gentleman that lives on Summer.
Sir, could you state your name and where you live?
723 Fruit.
And your name?
Thomas Christopher Lyman.
Okay, thank you.
Late September, I had a gentleman knock on my door and drop off a small shoebox full of mail. One of those items happened to be a city code violation. Was for my recreational vehicles being parked in my driveway. The next morning, I tried calling the city office to discuss the matter with the code enforcer, Lori. With the pandemic, I realized that the office was closed. So I started talking to a few people I know in town, and they said I could address them through email on the city webpage. So I followed through and contacted Lori. The letter was created as a second notice, dated for September 9th, and the resolution was to be completed by the 29th of September. I didn't get the letter hand-delivered from a fellow resident of the community till September 23rd. The USPS dropped it off at his house 2 blocks over from me. I don't know. But I was grateful that he brought it to me. The stipulation was I had to move them off site or encase them by a masonry wall or a wooden fence of at least 6 feet tall. I contacted Lori, said, can I get an extension on this? I've only got 4 days and it's going to be a little hard to coordinate everything in for a period of time. She was grateful and granted me an extension till October 15th. And I asked, what are my options? And she spelled out with the wall and everything. And I said, well, that's fine and dandy, but I applied for a permit to put up a fence 3 years ago, or actually my ex-wife did 3 years ago. We were denied because I own a corner lot. And I was asking her, well, would I be able to run a privacy fence down the length of my property between my driveway and my neighbor, and then across my driveway, as long as it didn't exceed the front of my house, as the code stipulates for fencing. She said, well, you'll have to speak with the building department and zoning on that. She put me in touch with Tracy. So I contacted Tracy. He said, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Just, go on the webpage, fill out the permit, submit it, take a picture of it on your phone and email it to me. No problem. I did that. And as of, that was, finally I got a hold of him and communication started October 7th. I submitted the permit on the 9th of October. After getting measurements and everything, he responded a week later on the 14th. I'm having troubles printing your permit. Can you scan it and send it as a PDF? I responded back to him, I don't have a scanner. You suggested that I take a picture with my phone and send it to you, which I did. I don't have any other option at this point. At that point till today, Tracy has not responded to me. I tried responding back to Lori. I'm not getting any follow-up through Tracy with building and zoning. And I'm falling under the deadline of the 15th, tomorrow, to have the issue resolved. Do I need to move my trailers immediately, or what do I do? She replied back, I will talk to him tomorrow. And that's the last time I heard from her until 11/12. She said, good afternoon. I understand you're waiting for building inspector to review your documents still. Don't worry about the blight deadline. I will extend that for you to the end of November, pending building officials. Tried calling Tracy, tried calling Tracy, no response. With the lack of communications, I went up the totem pole. I contacted Denise and filled her in. She asked me for details of what was going on, what was said. So I copy and pasted the entire dialogue and sent it to her. She said, keep me in the loop. Nothing.
Pardon me, Mayor. 5 minutes are up.
Thomas, you had 5 minutes to speak. I do know that later this afternoon, you received some information from Mrs. Gerstenberg. I don't know if you read your emails yet or not, but you could look at that, and that spells out what you need to do.
I haven't got anything. Well, I haven't checked my email this evening. I just got home from work. As you can see, I'm still in my work gear.
It was just a little while ago. It was just a late afternoon, very late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, so I haven't got to my emails yet for what was sent today.
Okay. but that spells out what you need to do. And so that'll help guide you on what you're doing next.
Okay.
All right,
So,
thank you.
hang on. So a month, 2.5 months, and
Your 5 minutes are up. You're only allowed 5 minutes.
we're only 10, it's 7:10 and we did the Pledge of Allegiance and roll call. That's barely even enough time.
Our city clerk is the one that keeps track of the time, and she's told us time is up. I'm sorry, sir.
All right, I'll see you guys in court.
Okay.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak this evening?
Mayor Stoneburner, may I address Denise when we're done with public comment, please?
We need to go through this. Is this something that could be done later in the meeting?
Well, it's in regards to this gentleman. I was just curious what the email was that she sent. So we are all
Well,
aware of
he
what was
hasn't read it
sent.
yet. I don't think we should be talking about
Okay.
what it is. You know, he has not read it yet, so. Anyone else want to speak? I know we have a few people on here that are public citizens. No, hearing none. All right. We do not have a city manager's report today, so we'll go right into our consent agenda. We need a motion to approve our consent agenda, which includes our regular meeting minutes of 12/1/20, our departmental reports with our blight enforcement, building, DPW, finance, fire department, and water department, and our boards and commission roster, and our Algonac Housing Commission minutes of October 19th. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Support.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Gillis? Mr. Gillis? Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarbeck?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, next we have no unfinished business, so we'll go. Our first item on our agenda is to adopt the 2021 Mdot performance resolution for 2020-11. This is to allow the city to work within the state right-of-way. This was submitted by our city manager, Mrs. Gerstenberg, and our DPW foreman, Mr. Vernier. This is required annually by Mdot to allow the city to work within the state right-of-way. The resolution was given to us in our packet to read and know what it involves. And this allows our city manager and our DPW foreman to apply to Mdot for any necessary permits to work within the state highway right-of-way. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to adopt the 2021 Michigan Department of Transportation Performance Resolution for governmental agencies 2020-02 and direct the city clerk to sign and submit the resolution on behalf of the city.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Harris?
Yes.
Martin? Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarbeck?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to approve the payment for our building official. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to Make a motion to approve payment to Tracy Calic Building Official Services for the month of November 2020 in the amount of $2,746.77.
Support.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
yes,
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to approve the bank signers for North Star and TCF banks. The signers for these accounts are the mayor pro tem, city manager, and treasurer. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to authorize Mayor Terry Stoneburner, Mayor Pro Tem Michael Bembas, City Manager Denise Gerstenberg, and Treasurer Linda Mackey as signers for the North Star and TCF bank accounts as presented.
support,
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Ms. Harris? Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, next we're being asked to approve the purchase of water plant chemical. The water plant needs 3 new pumps, chlorine feed, chlorine transfer, and fluoride feed. There are no existing backup pumps, and these pumps are critical to the water treatment process. The 3 existing pumps would become backup pumps with approval of this purchase. May I have a motion, please?
I'd make a motion to approve the purchase of a water plant chlorine feed, chlorine transfer, and fluoride feed pumps from USA Blue Book, whose address is P.O. Box 9004, Gurnee, Illinois, 60031, in the amount of $2,950.96.
Second.
All right, I'd like to start off, I know we've talked about this at several of our meetings, that we would like to have backups. I know Councilman Blair has talked about it, Councilman Bethel. In fact, I think everybody's talked about it at some point. And this is exactly what we've asked for. So we have backups and we're not in a predicament when something breaks down.
I completely agree.
Great idea.
I absolutely agree. It's good being ahead of the game, and it seems like we're finally starting to get to that point on some things.
Councilman Bembas, I agree that we should be proactive instead of reactive, so this is a smart move in the right direction.
Absolutely. Anyone else have any comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
yes,
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
And Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to approve engineering services for Water Asset Management Program, or also called WAMP. This proposal is to update the city WAMP, including the capital improvement, Michigan Department of Environmental, Great Lakes, and Energy, and it's due on December 31st. Subsequent proposals for the risk and resilience assessment, water reliability study, and the general plan will be submitted in the coming weeks as well for additional required regulatory reporting obligations, including an update to the emergency response plan and a final distribution system materials inventory. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve engineering services for water asset management program to HRC, whose address is P.O. Box 824, Bloomfield Hill, Michigan 48303, and the amount not to exceed $5,000, and direct the city manager to sign a proposal on behalf of the city.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
Gillis, Mr. Gillis,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And at this time, we're
What happened?
Terry, I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
need-
just like dropped out.
okay. Sorry, here I was thinking you're putting your hands up to your ears waiting for somebody to make a motion. We're to approve our accounts payable and payroll. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $214,412.20 as presented.
Support.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
Mr. Gillis,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mr. Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Ms. Kirstenberg, what's on our next agenda?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. We will have approval of the poverty guidelines for the Board of Review, and then we will have 3 dangerous building cases for 3 different addresses here in Albany.
Okay, thank you. And now for council comments, Councilman Martin?
At this time, I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and hopefully we have a healthy and happy New Year.
Thank you. Councilwoman Harris?
I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year also.
Thank you. Councilman Scarbic?
I'll start by saying that the Christmas parade was a very good success. I think more people ever showed up than ever before. I think we definitely need to start doing it every year. Maybe add a couple food trucks, Santa sit down, maybe some fire pits, but I think it's definitely something we need to keep in this community and keep growing. I also just want to say I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe.
Thank you. Councilman Blair?
Good evening, all. I just want to wish everybody happy holidays. Have a safe and happy holiday. Enjoy your family, and look forward to seeing you guys in person at the next meeting that we can. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Councilman Gillis?
I also would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. On Christmas, on the subject of Christmas, I'd like to thank everybody who participated and donated to the Henry's Toy Giveaway last Wednesday. It was quite successful. Many families were served. This Saturday, the Henry's Club is doing a Christmas tree scavenger hunt throughout the community. We're going to hide 24 Christmas trees that our children have painted, and everybody who finds them is going to get gift certificates to the local restaurants. And final thing that I'd like to say is I just heard that the cement cornhole boards that the Henry's Club bought for Riverfront Park have been delivered, so they will be set up in time for next spring. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Bembas?
Hi, 2 special shout outs. One is to Mark Posey, who works for the DPW. We had a post office truck breakdown, and on his own time, he helped get that vehicle started and on its way. So I really appreciate the extra effort. And then another special thanks to Philip Lalonde for fixing the statue of the Virgin Mother at the Catholic Church. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody has the right to damage somebody else's property. And I hope we catch the people and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. Vandalism is not okay. But again, thank you, Philip Lalonde, and thank you, Mark Posey.
Thank you. I have an announcement to make. This is for Dangerous Buildings Board of Appeals. This is your meeting that was tomorrow is canceled. It will be rescheduled in January. So your meeting tomorrow has been postponed until January, and you'll get further notice on that. Just a reminder, on Saturday, we have a food giveaway with the fire department in conjunction with several other groups in the community at 10:30 this Saturday. I also would like to thank Philip Lalonde for restoring the statue back to its glory. And I also hope that people would rethink damaging other people's property, whether it's public or private, is to not damage things. It affects all of us in our community, and it's not okay. It is not okay to do that. I know this is trying times that we have here, and it's more so this year during this holiday season than in years past for some people. And I just hope that you would reach out to others and please be good to one another. I think that's usually what we think about at this time of year, but it's even more important now to reach out. So pick up the phone and call somebody who can't get out that you're not seeing anymore that you used to. I think that would be a good thing. And lastly, I don't know if Commissioner Bill Graytop is on one of the callers here or not, but I would like to thank him for all that he's done. I know we've seen in the news about the North Channel waterfront property acquisition so that we can have a park in the southern end of our county that will benefit our whole community. And I want to thank him for all that he's done, spending all these years trying to get this to come to fruition. Thank you, Bill Graytop. We appreciate all you've done for our community and for our county as a whole. Thank you. And with that, Councilman Blair, do you have anything to say?
Second.
All those, roll call, please. Forgot.
And Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
She said yes too.
Reading lips now.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarbeck?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
And Mr. Blair?
Yes.
All right, motion carries.
Okay,
Hey, everybody.
thank you, everybody.
I'll need Terry and Michael to come around to sign.
I'll be around tomorrow.
Okay, Mike is.